Yep. Yep. It's gonna be one of those weeks, man. Unfortunately. I can feel it in my bones. Ooh. Wow. Jeez. So, boy, we have some Twitch news to cover today. First of all, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD, everyone, for a fantastic day. Good to see you all. Man. Oh, man. Man. Did y'all see the Twitch announcement yesterday? Because I sure did. Ah, boy. There have been a few times that I've unironically been worried about my future on this platform. A few times in my career so far, my 3 years of streaming, that I have, you say Kappa Viddy, but I'm not Kappa anymore. That's the scary part. You say Kappa with just this like nod and a wink of just like, haha, imagine what if, and I'm like, yeah, imagine what if, you know? That's so let me just recap this for you guys. We'll go over some of the things Twitch said. TLDR, if you're like, I don't care about the specifics, Evan. I don't care about the specifics. Just tell me what's going on with Twitch. Why are we mad? Okay? Well, I want to be mad, Evan. I haven't been mad at Blizzard. Hasn't done anything that made me mad. Activision hasn't done anything that made me mad. Twitch, like, come on. What are we mad about this week? So, okay. Here's how it is. Here's what's up. First of all, good morning, everyone. Don't worry, we'll just chat about this for a little bit. I see you all. Thanks for being here. What's up? We're gonna have a good day. We're gonna do some cool dark fantasy shit. It's gonna be awesome. But first, I just want to quickly, briefly do the stream intro and discuss this, some of the Twitch changes and some maybe future plans and things we got to talk about. So the TLDR is Twitch is making an aggressive move. And you can say, well, they walked it back and they said, oh, we're sorry. And they said, aha, just kidding, didn't mean it. But they didn't really say any of that. They said, we'll review it. We'll figure out what to do. We'll think about it. Kind of like Wizards and the OGL changes, except everything that everyone was afraid of with the OGL changes. And they're like, whew, boy, guys, we sure won. You didn't. Nobody won the OGL battle. You just put it off. Mark my words, 5 years from now, it's just going to be the slow bleeding away of creator rights in OGL bullshit. Same thing's been happening in Twitch. So they are basically trying to make it so that you cannot take a sponsorship, cannot advertise anything, unless you go through whatever the future program is that they're going to start up. Let me explain. If HelloFresh sends me an email and they say, Evan, we want to pay you $250 to do an hour stream segment for HelloFresh. Put up a big HelloFresh logo on your stream, do an hour segment. We'll send you a box. You know, we'll give you a coupon code. We're going to get you to open the box, talk about how much you love HelloFresh. Here's an ad read. There you go. Cool. Can't do that anymore. That's gone. That's out of Twitch. Well, how does it affect you, Evan? It doesn't directly. I'm not affected by this, except for the fact that you can't have personal or you can't have logos and things like that on your stream anymore. Not a big deal. It's not like I have that shit. I don't take sponsorships. I've never taken a sponsorship. Unironically, I've taken a Blackwood Dice sponsorship. That's my wife's company, so it's kind of like, right? So, but I've never actually taken a sponsorship because you guys take care of me very well, and if I need to start taking sponsorships, I will. But if things keeps going as they are, I don't have to worry about it. And so here's the problem. The problem is that Twitch is pushing away a lot of the big creators. And if the big creators go, doesn't make more room for the small creators, makes less. So I don't know, man. I gotta, every creator on Twitch shouldn't just have Twitch as their main plan. They should have backup plans. They should have other places. If Twitch just poofs, vanishes today, it's gone. It's just vanished. You need to have like what's my backup plan? Well, if Amazon just says, hey man, Twitch, you're done. Yeah, we don't want to deal with this shit anymore. You make less than 2% of revenue of Amazon's total revenue, and Jeff Bezos got called into Congress again for DMCA bullshit. Jeff doesn't want to deal with it, so Jeff just said, Twitch, it's gone. Doesn't want to sell it. Doesn't want to deal with it. Just it's shut down, cutting their losses, writing it off on taxes, and Twitch is gone. They could say that and give us a 1-week notice at any point in time. And the more unstable the platform is, the more likely that is to happen. Still very unlikely, but it's more likely than it was 5 years ago. So you should have a backup plan. So what happens if Twitch goes down at 1 week and just vanishes? We have Discord. Discord's our home. Discord's like where I go live, where I post, where whatever, where we talk about shit, Twitter, all this other shit. The YouTube doesn't really exist, and that's irresponsible of me. But realistically, I don't know what I would do. And if Twitch does do some shit that pushes the big creators, for instance, here's a very scary thing that happened. You might not be aware of big streamer Twitch, but there's a streaming organization called OTK, One True King. And they are comprised of a lot of the Texas streamers, Mizkif, Asmongold, Emiru, Extra Emily, Tectone, depending on... They're great. Love the org. They have said that if the change goes through, that they are going to consider leaving, that they are likely going to be leaving Twitch for YouTube as an entire streaming organization. That represents hundreds of thousands of concurrents sometimes, depending on who's live. And that's a big hit to the platform. OTV is already basically off Twitch. That's another content organization. So English-speaking Twitch is shrinking. The W community, Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, Bruce, all those guys. 2 of them are already gone off Twitch. They're on Kick. 1 of them is talking about it. So I fear that Twitch will push away the people who do benefit from this shit enough to the point where the platform is basically no one checks it anymore. No one logs into Twitch, and the platform just begins to slowly degrade, slowly shrink. And I don't know, man. Kick is a great option. And say what you will about the creators or the site, they give their creators 95% of their sub revenue. Twitch gives me 50. So it's a hard decision to make, but I'm not going anywhere, and you guys will get a lot of notice if anything were to happen. At the most, I would maybe start streaming on Kick like 1 day a week, just try and build a following there and build a bit of a routine there. Like if I was gonna add a 5th day of the week, it would be like maybe on Kick or on YouTube or something like that. I don't know. I need to figure a bunch of shit out and talk to other streamers and talk to the community and figure out what people want to do. But I got a little bit of anxiety in the back of my neck right now, just tingling on me that I haven't had before with Twitch. There's always been this sort of level of just like, it's fine. Like these problems, this drama, this whatever will pass, and Twitch will be okay. And then Ludwig's gone. And then Lily Pichu, I'm pretty sure, is gone. And then Sykkuno leaves. And then Bruce Dropomoff leaves. And then it's like, okay. Interesting. So, let me take this opportunity to just mention that I have a Patreon. And that is maybe going to be the only place to support me at some point in time. If you guys like the streams and you want to consider supporting to get prints or something cool, you can. But anyway, yeah, that's the TLDR of it. I kind of want to, at a break today, go through the Twitch Reddit and just like laugh at some of it, because it's pretty funny. If you don't care about Twitch drama, that's fine. At least you can appreciate that it's funny. Not big creators, esports too. Yeah, esports are dead on Twitch if this thing goes through. Twitch must be a hydra with huge beehole. They need their own heads they have shoved up there. That's true, man. They got... they need a Twittering. Remember when love him or hate him, Elon Musk just like bought Twitter or like went in there as a new CEO and just like fired everybody? That's what we need on Twitch. We just need somebody to just pop in there and just be like, everyone who makes a decision on content is just fired, and we're gonna refocus on the streaming platform as a product and figure that out first and get that good and get creators back on board and being excited, and then we'll figure out the monetization for ads and whatever else. But I don't know. I love Twitch. I don't want to go anywhere. I love this place. This is my home. I wanted to start streaming on Twitch because I loved being a part of Twitch. I was in chats, man, I've had my account for like a decade or more or whatever, and since 2011. November 2011 was the day was when I first created my Twitch account, I believe. And I created it because there is a StarCraft tournament, and I was like, I can watch StarCraft live. And then I explored the site, and I'm like, I can watch a dude playing Warcraft. I love Warcraft. I don't want to watch a dude play Warcraft. I love this place. Twitch is my home. Please don't ruin it. Big streamers, please don't leave. Let's just all figure it the fuck out, and then be able to stay. That's what all I really want, is for everyone to be happy, and for Twitch to be happy and profitable, and doing stuff good for creators, and for creators to be happy and profitable and doing good stuff for small creators. And then I get to be happy. And that's good. So yeah, man, it's doesn't take sponsorship by Blackwood Dice. What's the truth? That's true. I am officially sponsored by Blackwood Dice, although I can't put her logo on stream anymore. It can only take 3%. That's one thing they said, is panels or logos on your stream can only have 3% of your screen size. So if you wanted to put a big panel right here, you know, that says like sponsored by Blackwood Dice today, you couldn't, you know? So that's like, that makes it hard. A lot of streamers don't have the kind of streaming ecosystem that I do, right? A lot of streamers don't sell prints, don't have a Patreon, don't have commissions, right? They just live off their Twitch revenue, and they live off sponsorships. And you know, if you can't take sponsorships anymore, like there's a lot of streamers that you love to watch in the 100 to 2,500 concurrent viewers range that would just have to stop streaming because they just have to get a job doing something else because Twitch just can't pay the bills anymore, which is always a threat for every streamer. It's great until it's not, and if you have a couple of bad months where you just don't meet your rent or whatever it is with streaming, it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not streaming full time anymore. Guess I'm going and getting a different jobs, and you know, and it's stressful, but sponsorships make it easy for a lot of streamers. And I'm really disappointed that Twitch is like taking this path, but I hope they'll figure it out. I just worry about what this walking it back will actually look like, and that it will be too little too late, and they'll have already lost the faith and trust of a lot of their big influential creators that really matter on this platform. Because like, I can say whatever I want, Twitch doesn't care. I'm a nobody here. I'm a beyond a small streamer. I'm not a small streamer. If anybody who's my size on Twitch or bigger or smaller calls themselves a small streamer, they're full of shit. If you're below 500 concurrents, you are not a small streamer. You do not exist. A lot of streamers don't like to feel that or to hear that because it hurts their egos. Like, we have a micro ecosystem here for streamers. We are bacteria, and I love it down here, all right? I'm just having fun because you get to do your cool little niche thing. I don't have an ego tied up with my stream size or my status on Twitch or partner status or any of that stuff. I'm just having fun down here and, you know, making art and chilling. And but we don't matter, man. I can say whatever I want, and it's never gonna make any difference for Twitch. So that always feels a little bit frustrating that I, you know, base my entire living off of Twitch, but you know, I have no power to have a voice or influence or whatever. And I guess not that I should anyway. Who the fuck am I? But yeah, I hope things turn out well. Anyway, we're gonna do some sick dark fantasy shit today. I've decided. I sat here at 9:54 a.m. and I thought to myself, what do I want to do this morning, man? Do I want to paint a character? I want to do some shit. I was like, no, I want to take a stab into dark fantasy finally again. I did that in the earliest part of my Twitch career and I loved it. And Diablo just has me feeling demonic, you know? Zombies, necromancy, demons and shit. I talked to a tree that had heads hanging from it, and the heads were talking to me last night, and I was like, damn, bro. That's some D&D shit right there. So I want to immerse my players in dark fantasy. I feel like dark fantasy is one of the best things to bring into your D&D game, and I really want to do some art to try and reflect that. So we're going to do a little bit of a dive in there, and it's going to be good, man. You make content on the platform that you design. Do you know how it actually works from the streamer's perspective? No. Pack your desk. Yeah, I mean, there's like some people at Twitch who like joke about like, oh, I've never seen a Twitch stream in my life. It's like, you know? But like, I have a really good friend at Twitch. I have a couple of really good friends at Twitch that are deep Twitch viewers and enjoyers, and it's like, listen to that guy. Like, that guy knows what's going on. Like, talk to him. He knows what's up. All right? Like, just take my friend out of engineering and put him into like some sort of management role or whatever. Or yeah, see Genova, you know, like that's the thing is just like when I can be critical of like Blizzard or something for things that they've done for Warcraft or whatever. I also recognize that there are people that like you and I know Genova at Blizzard that deeply love the projects, and if they had their way, things would be probably pretty fucking awesome. And so you're one of those voices, Genova, that like, you know what's up, you know what's going on, you are in the ecosystem, you breathe this stuff, and I hope Twitch figures its shit out, and I hope they start listening to people like you, because you are the kind of person that saves this platform, that makes this game of Twitch playable, and thanks, Genova, for doing that, because I feel like sometimes Twitch will get a bad rap when they do something people don't like, or the CEO says some shit, or leadership does something, whatever, or there's a regular organization. And I never want to forget that there are people like my friend Genova at Twitch that are the ones that are keeping this fucking ship even floating. So, yeah, that's why I'm always optimistic about it. So even if I meme on it, even if I talk shit about it, I'm still overly optimistic because I know there are people that deeply care. So, they're out there bleeding purple, man. Logo live on in our hearts? Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. The Blackwood logo has to just... Maybe if I wear a Blackwood Dice logo t-shirt, I don't know if that will be... Is that against the rules? Ah, shit. Who knows, man? Wait, this Final Fantasy 14 or Final Fantasy 7 logo, is it too big? It's too big. Is this more than 3%? Ah, shit. I need to censor it. Guys, I'm sorry. Get a black bar over it. We're nothing without creators like you. I am nobody, Genova. I am a micro bacteria, all right? My few hundred subs are nothing in the grand scheme of Twitch. But all I can hopefully do is just encourage and just say, hey, you know, rather than just focusing on the negativity and the critical, and which is fun to meme on. Let's not deny that we're gonna listen. I'm gonna melt this dry. We're gonna go on Twitch, Reddit. We're gonna keck W at some of the takes and whatnot. All I can do is just cheer you guys on. Say, I believe in y'all. I know you guys have people that care, and I know that the voices of people who care will be the deciding factor. So on the guidelines, which are now being reworked, it says t-shirts, apparel are okay. T-shirts and apparel are okay. So you're gonna get like people skirting the boundary with they're wearing like, they're gonna put like a stick through their shirt and wear like a 15XL shirt that just says like Hello Fresh or some shit that's just gonna be all over the screen. That's Fivehead, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, man, we gotta, if t-shirts are okay, dude, it's like you can just like have some sort of like puppet marionette with like your logos and shit all down one side of the screen that says like Starforge PCs, fucking D&D Beyond, goddamn HelloFresh, Dollar Shave Club, you know? And you just have like 8 t-shirts on like coat hangers around you or something, because that's damn, man, that's good real estate. I should start selling billboard space on my t-shirts for advertising, bro. All right. So we gotta do a warm up today. We gotta do a warm up. We gotta do some stuff today, man. I want to do some like, how would we feel about some dark fantasy being woven in with the Runewind Festival? Because I have my little list here of bullshit that we need to draw for the Runewind Festival. But I kind of wanted to, I don't know. When I say dark fantasy, should we do some like Eldarin dark fantasy, or should we do some like Diablo-y feeling dark fantasy? Because I do worry. All right, I am concerned. I am concerned that I might be missing an opportunity to draw some cool Diablo shit. I want to draw some Diablo shit. Like, I kind of want to draw Lilith, but I know it's lame. I know everybody's drawing Lilith. So, or like Papa and Arius or some shit. I'm enjoying Diablo. I played a little bit last night with Dash 2 and Elable One Heart, and it was fun. I have like, I don't know, I have a deep appreciation for the art of this game. I kind of want to do some like spooky, dark fantasy, like D&D-y, you know, because I'm feeling a lot of D&D from Diablo 4. You know, I'm feeling a ton of D&D from Diablo 4. It's like somebody had a shitty Diablo game, or sorry, D&D campaign they brought to the Diablo 4 team, was just like, what if? And they were like, fuck yeah. And they did it, which is like the best way that any good video game story comes about, is somebody's shitty D&D game. So, I don't know. I'm always scared to scroll on the Diablo like concept art or whatever Google search, because sometimes you just get titties. You know? Sometimes you just get an old Diablo 2 concept art of Andariel, and you're like, well, that's it. It's over. So I'm always a little monka to scroll at it, but I feel like I wanna do some stuff, like some Diablo feeling stuff. Maybe like a Crusader or some shit. How about the Butcher? Dude, the Butcher messed me up in the beta. I have PTSD. Diablo or Butcher. The Butcher messed me up in beta. I haven't seen Butcher on the live game so far yet, although I haven't really been playing anything but the story with the boys. But Butcher's awesome though. Butcher is a great, I feel like, merging of high fantasy and dark fantasy, you know? Some of the Butcher artwork is like super dark, and you know, some of it's fairly like bright and high fantasy, but I feel like whenever I search the Butcher on Google or whatever to get some art for some demons or some shit, which I've done in the past, we've referenced Butcher before, I always get the Heroes of the Storm artwork, and then it reminds me that Heroes of the Storm wasn't a thing anymore, and then I get sad. Then I just get sad that Heroes of the Storm doesn't exist anymore, you know? It's like, man, why not, bro? The last time hype trained on Ella's channel chat, I don't know the last time Ella got an offline hype train. It's probably been like a year now or some shit. Haven't seen many Inarius pieces. We could draw Inarius. It'd be kind of cool. Time to put sponsors on your chair like NASCAR. Holy shit, that's true. Yeah, fuck, man. That's five-head. Gabby, we're drawing some dark fantasy today. You're still subbed? So Ella is gonna start streaming after the convention. She's gonna start streaming weekly, which is gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that. Let's see. Diablo. All right. The other thing we can look at too, if we're beginning our like training arc, is Dark Souls. Diablo and Dark Souls both have very different and unique sort of visual styles, even though they're both dark fantasy. So we need to like get a bunch of resources here and unlock what exactly it is that we like about dark fantasy. Steel, what's going on, dude? The Butcher in the beta was strong. I think Alkaiser soloed the Butcher. Alkaiser's a streamer that was the first level 100 or whatever Paragon in Diablo 3. He's like a OG Diablo player. I saw him solo the Butcher or something with some buffs or whatever, and I sat there getting one shot by him, so I don't know. I was clearly doing something wrong, you know? You do the first 5 mils, good job, Gabby. Now you just need the other 45. You're on your way. I'm proud of you. Everyone loved Mommy Diablo. What if we gave her some more screen time? That's how they made Lilith the main villain of 4. Is Lilith the main villain of Diablo 4? Is Lilith? I'm not convinced that Lilith is the main villain. All right, no spoilers, but even before the game, my take on it was: is Lilith the main villain of this game? Are we all being misled, skamazed, roped, led along, set astray? I don't know. Butcher Beast by Templar Painting is taking a look for inspiration. Hold on, yeah, Butcher, how am I saying this? Cool. Butcher by Templar Painting. Is this it? Is that it? That's pretty good. That's legit. I do take exception with the Witch Doctor Gargantuan on the ground, Dedge, because Gargs don't die. Yeah, your Gargs never die. Also, a monk being helped by a demon hunter. Demon hunters are so selfish they would never help another party member. Demon 0% of demon hunter players are from Diablo 3 are emotionally well-adjusted humans. All demon hunter players were simply edgelords that had their Death Note book, and they wrote their school bully's name in their Death Note book over and over and over again. And when Diablo 3 came out, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's all. Dude, message my package arrived in Canada for pickup. All right. Fuck yeah. Jesus. I'm nervous now. Something interesting going on. I look forward to see it. Yeah, I'm enjoying the story for Diablo 4. It's not like as compelling as maybe other Diablo games, but it's still like a good time. You know, it's one of those things that I'll play. I don't know if I'll play the season though. I honestly have no idea if I'll play season because we only have a month to play Diablo 4 before the season comes out, and I just don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to. I got so much shit to do. That I'm worried. I'm scared. I feel like if I'm not playing video game all the time, like what is my brand anymore, right? I'm only doing 25, 30 thumbnails. Don't have enough ideas for 50 TBH. I mean, that's the point. That's the whole point. Is you get all your ideas out, and then you feel like you have to squeeze out another 5 ideas. That's the whole like. That is the flex. You know, imagine that thumbnails are like working out. Doing the like 30 or whatever is easy for you. The 10, the 15, the 40 is like that's what you got enough energy for. And the last 5 are like where you're actually making growth, where you actually are pushing to failure. But whatever that number is for you, Gabby, you'll know it when you hit it. So whenever you hit that wall, just try and do a couple more of them. Templator Painter is one of my one of my art goals. Who is Templator Painter? Is this like a social media artist? I think that's the first time I've ever heard those words. Posting Discord as proof? Excellent. Thumbnails that are pixel art, because I can pixel art faster than I can draw. That's fine. I mean, you do whatever you want. I noticed they were color. You don't have to do color or anything, Gabby. They're supposed to be super fast. Like, if you're spending more than 5 to 10 minutes on a thumbnail, you know, you might want to tone that down a bit. So, Artist for Blizzard, 12 out of 10. Really? On what team? On what? What team? Dmitry. What is it? Prozov? Oh, just a splash and stuff. Oh yeah, okay, I know. Okay, yeah, I know who this is. I didn't know like who Templator Painter is or whatever, but I know this name and I know this artist. Okay. There's like 2 Russian artists that I really adore at Blizzard. One was Dmitry, and I forgot his last name. The other is Igor Sidrenko, I think. But yeah, these are 2 artists that I really adore at Blizzard. I don't want to scroll down on ArtStation because ArtStation doesn't have censored stuff, so you could just get Booba and just I'd be taking a vacation on Twitch. This is good shit. Yeah, fuck, man. It's a diverse range and style. Where's some of our dark fantasy stuff? Wait, what is this? White Priestess, Jaina, the Shattered Soul, the Reaper, Ariel. Wait, when was this piece done? Diablo 3 art. 2013. God damn. How do you guys feel about the more like shining, like heavenly art in Dark Fantasy? Because I feel like Diablo does a very good job of keeping the light dark, if that makes sense. One of the ways they do it is by saturation. So you'll notice, I'll show you, like, I'll give you an example of how they do this really well in the Inaria cinematic. Check this shit out. Well, I just spoiled some of Diablo for me. That sucks. Whoops. Alright, well, okay. So check this shit out. This is really cool. This is a really, really cool conscious decision they're making. So when you look at light in like a sense of like magic and D&D and paladins, you think like golden bright warriors in you know, mail and plate armor, bathed in a golden warmth and holy light. You know what's really interesting about how Diablo did this? They took the warmth out of the light. They also, and I think this is probably okay, perfect. They also, I'm pretty sure, are making a intentional choice here. It might just be as a result of their sort of choices in saturation. But what they're doing is whenever the light hits something, the light blinds out. It's so blinding and so bright that it blurs out all the detail, right? It's kind of like that very acidic light you get in the winter or something like that if you live a little bit further north. It's not really like nice sunlight. You get sunlight in the middle of the day where I live in Canada during the winter, of course, but it's not like nice light. Like the light outside right now, the color of the sky, the way the sun is, it's blue, it's beautiful, and it's radiant. But if you guys, for some of y'all who live a little further south, if you've never been to like north of the border, like at least to the like Toronto, Calgary level, well, Toronto's a little bit further south, but like the Calgary, Edmonton even, and a little bit further north, if you've never been that far or even into the mountains like Banff or Jasper or whatever, in the winter, it's a very strange experience to be there in the middle of the day because it's almost like the light feels fake, right? And this is very much the same way. It removes all the saturation, and part of the themes of Diablo, I think, is that the light is not necessarily good. It's not that the light is good and the demons are bad. It's that they both basically have this imposing presence, and mortals are kind of caught in the middle. That's what they've kind of like revealed with the trailers. They haven't really gone to that in game super hard, but it's definitely one of the themes they have in the trailers, that the light doesn't have your best interest in heart, and it'll blind out and wash away all detail and individuality when it hits something. And you see in this trailer super well how they build light into their if you take this as like a painting right now, this still, it's very bright, obviously. It's the light, it washes everything out, but as the light sort of like goes across the soldiers, the Knight's Penitent, and you know, it reveals Anarius, it doesn't feel like a reprieve from the dark necessarily. You know, you can't even see the outline of Inarius at all. You just see the light coming off of him and the trails of his wings, which are awesome. Wings keep getting bigger every Diablo game, I swear. And so how do you guys feel about like the light being a source of like unrest in dark fantasy? You know, because I think that I really love this aspect that Diablo's doing, is that they bring brightness into dark fantasy. Every time you see dark fantasy, you see like Adam Duff style or like Dark Souls style, Masters of the Craft. It's all very dark and broody, and part of the discomfort with dark fantasy is that you feel like you can't quite make everything out because it's just beyond your sort of vision, and that builds some anxiety and some tension, which is great. But I feel like there's room in dark fantasy, especially Diablo 4 is proving the concept, for brightness and light and all this kind of stuff to help build that same sense of tension in the artwork, you know? It seems the main villain, just based on the name Lilith equals Night Monster, derived from the Mesopotamian demon class called Lilitu. I don't know those fucking... Lilo. But we are having expectations flip. Here's the thing. I don't know, man. Like, from the trailers, and I won't go into it in game, but from the trailers, it is not, it's not clear who's the villain is. All we know is we're just trying to survive in Sanctuary. So, Big Bluff, thank you for the gifted sub to Gabby. I appreciate that. Thank you for saving Gabby from ad jail. Gabby, welcome back to the light. All right, welcome back to the light. This is you, Gabby, right here. This is you. Hold on. This is you walking through chat right now, okay? You're Reverend Mother Prava, and chat are the Knight's Penitent. And these are Twitch ads, right here. Jeez. Damn those Twitch ads. Just Twitch chat fucking chanting, man. That's you. You're Reverend Mother Prava. Alright? Alright? And here comes McBluff. Here comes McBluff with the fucking gift sub. shining the light of look at how radiant McBluff is. Look at her. What a Chad. Thank you for subbing, McBluff. Thank you for shining the light of ad-free viewing onto Gabby and the rest of us. I don't exclusively what team. He does a lot of WoW art. Is an art station. He's a Russian painter. Yeah, I mean, okay, cool. We're caught up then. Yeah, I didn't know the name, whatever painter, but I knew Dmitry something or another. First, they did some work for Blizzard. Haven't seen the stuff since the whole stuff down there. Yeah, a lot of, yeah, it's hard. Michael, I'm sitting in Starbucks right now so I can have Wi-Fi to watch stream, and someone walked with the Adventure Begins book for D&D. That's an amazing coincidence, Steele, and a sign. Most of artists I like aren't the ones going the direction I want to go, you know? That's fair. I mean, you gotta find some artists that do go in your direction that you want, and then figure out how they do it. I think Diablo is a series that would benefit from more exploration of the world / lore and less focus on the same 5 main characters in the same one town. I mean, I think they're doing that in like that. Actually, I would say 100% in that criticism is very valid for Diablo 3. But I feel like Diablo 4, we went across the sea. Like we went to like Kyrgyzstan and you know, Kyovashad was a place that was referenced, I believe. I think Diablo 4 is trying to fix that, you know. And actually, I'd be very interested to see how, you know, how this exploration with 2 expansion packs also continues with the story. But I think they have done that. I mean, like it's the same motifs. Like Mephisto is the aspect of hate of the primevals, and so we're dealing with his daughter, which is kind of like similar. But like Anarius, I think is a total. I think Anarius and Malthael, the exploration of the Endurus Council, those are like aspects of like the deity, and it's almost like you can't do Diablo without the deity in some ways. And so I wonder if there are more creative ways to explore that facet without like having it just be another the angel, because like, yeah, I get what you're saying. That definitely is a something I hope they like. I think they're remedying it, but I hope that they continue to sort of deviate a little bit and we see more shit. Physical watch light, intense spotlight, like a law enforcement we use. Exactly, yeah. And so like I feel like I want to explore this and figure out how to do. And it's really nice they use this like really bright, like saturated colors for hell, but it's all sort of darkness, you know. And like as the light washes through, like this is such a great scene, such a great panel, because this is still so dark fantasy. All the things that dark fantasy does well in keeping things dark, this does when it's light. Part of the fear of the darkness is that you can only see sort of like shapes kind of shifting around the darkness. You don't really make out the details. But they do this the exact same way with the light. It's such like okay, we're gonna contrast something real quick. We're gonna contrast that with this is actually really good. With like World of Warcraft. Not as like this is a bad example, but like this is just an example of how you can do it differently. So check this shit out. We're gonna look at the light in 2 ways. So Anduin, he's out there, kills a troll. The golden shining paladin, master of the light, a priest of the order of the silver hand, or some shit. Look at how bright and radiant it is. The glinting of the gold on his armor, right? It just washes everything in this warmth. There's a lot of saturation in it. And so you take that versus this scene. This is our high fantasy way of using the light. It enhances, it warms, it color dodges everything. And this is our dark fantasy way of handling the light. And I really want to explore this more because it's very obvious, the contrast, but it's not necessarily intuitive. If you're not looking for that kind of thing, you might just think like, oh, it's the light, whatever. But it's like, but how does the light affect the environment around it? They could have made this a bright, warm, radiant light. I mean, hell, in Diablo 3, Tyrael had beautiful blue wings. Ariel had calm white glowing wings, and Imperius had fiery red wings, and they just all like created this light, but with different colors to it. Diablo 3 or Diablo 4, Inarius is just pure white, which is like as unsettling as maybe like pure black in art. It's just you don't do it because it's so jarring and unsettling. This is like a great example of using that color palette. Like look again, the good boy. Look at him just bathed in the light. You know? Perfect example. You know? Versus our poor little demon boys. And then it kind of returns that dark fantasy eeriness that destroys a little bit of the detail. It kind of builds that discomfort. The angels not having facial expressions or like visible faces is also just a genius decision. Whoever made that decision in Diablo 1? I don't know if there's an angel in Diablo 1 that we really saw well enough. Definitely Diablo 2. God, that's such a good piece. That's such a good piece right there. Azalea, good to see you. I'm Prava. No. You're one of the Knights Penitent chanting, Guapo. Yeah, you're a chanty boy. Mephisto. They ruined Mephisto for Here's a Storm. I'm so mad about that. I like D4, but the script is a bit monka. They definitely throw you in the arena with big characters immediately. Yeah, just going to see Inarius that early is like a little... And fuck that spoil, it's the first 10 minutes of the game. Going to see Inarius that early and you just like seeing him and he's just like looking at a picture of himself on the wall. That was a little jarring, but I like it. Remember they tried to convince us that he isn't a paladin, but that he's a priest? Yeah, I remember that. And then Steve Nooser took over. Obviously, you also compare the Dark Souls 1 opening cinematic. What is the Dark Souls 1 opening cinematic? I've never watched this, I don't think. Dark Souls 1 opening cinematic. Alright, never watched this. Alright. In our quest to find good dark fantasy, let us also watch our Dark Souls cinematic. I'm not a big Souls person. Like I played Demon's Souls a little bit, and I think I finished the game. And I don't really like it. I don't really love the Souls style gameplay. I like challenging games, but I don't like to feel like I'm wasting my time. And games like Dark Souls made me feel like I was wasting my time. So, all right, let's see what it is.
Age of ancients, the world was unformed.
Is it so hard for every game that's about fantasy just to have an old lady saying stuff? How many times do we have to fucking remind fantasy writers and creators that this is all we want? After the Lord of the Rings, when you had now Kate Blanchett isn't old, but you have like either Ella and Yuna are home or I'm hearing a coyote. Anyway, all I want is just an old lady to say stuff at the beginning of a fantasy cinematic. You know? All right.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog.
Tell me.
A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Very cold and ooh.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity.
And color hue.
Heat and cold. Life and death. And of course, light and dark.
Perfect.
Then, from the dark, they came.
Fire's a good thing in Dark Souls, right?
And found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the day.
Oh, I know this design. This guy's sick.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight. And
Don't you
his
kill him?
faithful knights.
Am I wrong?
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons.
Ivan Blahat.
Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
Were the dragons there before fire? Or the dragons come after fire?
Thus began the Age of Fire.
It's Minas Tirith.
But
Fuck.
soon the flames will fade,
Oh.
and only dark will remain.
They're doing the same thing with the light here.
Even
That's really
now,
okay.
there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
The Elden Ring. Wait. The Dark Soul. That's us. We are the Dark Soul. Oh, I get it. So that was cool. That's like really
The
okay.
Lord of Sunlight.
They're doing a lot of the same stuff in here with light, but it's not. So there's a difference here. That this is a simple removing of saturation, especially where's the scene with the girl kneeling or whatever, or Saber being Saber. Yeah. So you see the same sort of like acidity in the light color. You don't have any saturation. There's nothing in here. It's a very cold light. If you were to like put these colors on their own in Photoshop, lots of purples, lots of blues, things like that. It doesn't have the same effect as the light does in Diablo. This is so intentionally so bright that it washes out all detail, right? It intentionally is removing uniqueness and sort of having this. It's much more oppressive than light is used in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, this may just be as a result of them removing saturation from the world to make the world feel more bleak unless there's fire. Like here, this is a great example. You're not losing any light. It's describing all the detail. It's just not giving you any sense of comfort. So the light, I think in Dark Souls, I don't want to say anything's accidental because you never know what. Accidental is a bad word. There isn't any higher intent, I guess, beyond that is apparent to me to make the light look like a force here, because it's not supposed to be a force. It is just the light is a descriptor that is supposed to be used as sparingly as possible as to help build the ambience of whatever you're dealing with. Like, where were the knights seen? Yeah. Right? It's supposed to barely give the detail, just a little shred of it, so that you can kind of see it, but still the dark fantasy aspect really takes control here, and really is keeping everything shrouded and mysterious. Even the characters, like our Skelly bro. Where's Skelly bro? Not. Oh, I forget. I think he's earlier, right? The first one or whatever. Yeah. Nitro. Yeah, our boy died Nitro. Same thing here. The light is only used to barely describe a little bit of hints of what's going on. But ultimately, the saturation is a very like interesting choice because the light's supposed to be good in Dark Souls, right? We like the light. There's ever a discussion about light and contrast? Lily Gray nothing, then fire. Thing we said about FromSoft motherfuckers can make a goddamn intro. That's true. That's a good one. Thank you for the sub as well, Samurai. I didn't want to interrupt the cinematic. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 22 months. I'm honored. Seriously, bro. I don't. That's a long ass time. Okay, that's like 2/3 of the time I'm streaming. So thank you, man. Thank you. That's extremely appreciated, and I hope you know that. You're seeing you in here every once in a while is the joy of my day. So thank you, Samurai. Dragons live before fire. Dragons always existed. Seath told Gwyn how to kill them. Gwyn tried to rule forever, fearing the dark, and you get to choose whether to extend the age of fire or end it. Oh, so canonically, what happens? Canonically, in Dark Souls 1, do you like what is the naked dude choose? Did you ever block me from seeing you were doing something? Wait, you had an advertisement even though you're subbed? What the fuck? Shit. Damn it. I'm sorry about this, Samurai. That sucks. But thank you, bro. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. So, like, very different treatments of the light. The high fantasy, the very dark fantasy, and then kind of a new genius way of handling the light as a villain. You know, like, even here, we see a lot of the, like, it's not just the armor style of being very gothic and spiky and very thin and spindly versus the high fantasy, you know, big shoulder pads, cowman, whatever. It's also in the way they handle, like, color and light and darkness and whatever. Because if you saturated the shit out of this, it would completely take it out of context. It would completely change it, you know? And also, if you, like, really desaturated a lot of this stuff, you know, and when crying or whatever, you would get a similar effect. As you did have a similar effect earlier on the cinematic, where it was supposed to feel very, like, I don't know, Sylvanas doing Sylvanas things. You know, there's still a lot of color in there, but it's not like the light and color is necessarily a character besides the red and the horde. So yeah, I mean, very interesting choices here. I think that there is a way to bring this like light into the dark fantasy feel. I feel like, and I could be wrong, that Warhammer 40k sort of does a very similar thing in a lot of ways. Maybe it's not intentionally, but when I see this kind of washed out light, I think of like Wayne Reynolds sort of, or not Wayne Reynolds, not Wayne Reynolds. What's the guy that did Rafik of the Many? Who the fuck is that guy? Rafik of the Many artist is Michael Comark. Michael Comark does this a lot with light. Okay, yeah, totally. So, like, for example, whatever this piece is, you know, it's a contrast between the warmth of the light and the coldness of the world. A piece like Rafik of the Many, it is a warm character in high, you know, high saturation being bathed in light. A very cold world of Jon Snow and whatever. Like Comark is a master of lighting. If you really want to study lighting and you really want to go deep on it, look at the work of Michael Comark. Dude is yeah, dude's legit. But wait, who's the guy that does all the 40k stuff? Fuck, the dude that basically everything's always on fire with wind and is always moving. What is the piece this guy did? I don't remember. I'll figure it out midstream, but all right. So if we take a deep dive into dark fantasy, we'll first have to start off with subject and line and description, and then we'll have to do colors. So I need a subject here. I need something that I can draw today to practice here. What's the Mac for Dark Souls 2? What's on Dark Souls 2? Are they all good? I just watch them all at some point in time. Also, I don't want to play Dark Souls, but I don't want my time wasted with death pile nonsense. Live the target demographic once I finish my video. I mean, look. That's like, I've played difficult games and I've played games on hard. And you know the game that was the most satisfying for me to play on hard? Like, overly challenging was Deus Ex Human Revolution. Deus Ex Human Revolution was a game that I played on the hardest sort of like playthrough you can do, which is a no-kill stealth hard mode, whatever. It was such a fun challenge, and I felt like I could sort of like pick apart the challenge that ahead of time, analyze it, and then execute on the tactic. And Dark Souls does more of the painful learning experience, where you go and you're like, okay, what's the mechanic? Oh, died to that. Okay, I'll restart. Go. What's the mechanic? Okay, I died to that. And I feel like I just did that too much in World of Warcraft. I feel like I've just done that in World of Warcraft way too much with, like, you know, difficult rating or mythic rating or whatever, where it's just like, it is so deeply unsatisfying to be like 75% of the way through a fight and then you see a new mechanic and you die to it and you're like, okay, all right, go back to the beginning, do it all over again, and then we get to that point, and then you gotta figure it that one. You have to die to that mechanic 3 times before you figure it out. The problem is then that the figuring out of that mechanic is like 5 minutes into the fight, and so now figuring out 3 times is 15 minutes. You're inevitably gonna fail or mess up one of the other mechanics. So to figure that mechanic out 5 minutes into the fight, you're gonna spend half hour, and it's just like, I get that it's satisfying, but for me, it's not. For me, I see the challenge as just, I don't know. Dark Souls players get mad at me when I say this shit. To me, it's not a satisfying challenge. And maybe I'm missing something with it. Maybe I need to talk to somebody who's like a deep Dark Souls fan or whatever. I'll get him to explain to me why Elden Ring is so satisfying or some shit. But who's the artist for Kalia? Yeah, Cormac's done a lot of cool stuff. But who is? Oh, Swanson. Raymond Swanson. Is it Raymond? Swanland? Swanland. Am I Raymond Swanland? Raymond Swanland. Raymond Swanland is a guy who does this lighting as well, really well. You look at a piece, like, he always has this really oppressive light in the background. Look at Wormcoil Engine. Look at everything's just the details being lost in there, you know? Yeah, there's tons of examples of this. Very few pieces that are like this bright, just like shining blue sky in the background. Everything has this like oppressive lighting somewhere in it, just washing a lot of the detail out. That's really beautiful and like really a dark fantasy way of handling like bright light. And I want to explore this. I think this is such a nuanced, unexplored, untalked about side of dark fantasy. Because I would consider a lot of this guy's stuff a mixture between dark and high fantasy. Maybe not in subject matter, but definitely in execution and style. This dude is a dark fantasy artist. You know, there's like look at that shit, man. You got a fucking dude with a sword killing like a dark knight or some shit, and it's so evident that the way he does his work too is based on silhouettes. So that'd be an interesting way to like change our process a little bit to like force this kind of style out of it. That might be our next Eldar Academy, is forcing style via process. So okay. All right, where do we start? New layer. I suppose we could start painting, and that we could just go straight to a painting. Dark Souls is hard for 3 main reasons. 1, knowledge. 2, subverting typical game design expectations. 3, it's actually just kind of skillful hard. Yeah, it is. It feels very satisfying to overcome the mechanics. That is true. Like when you have to like have the skill and the patience, and then you build the knowledge. It's very much like building any other skill, where you can see yourself. Like if you're bad at art, go play Dark Souls to build your confidence in yourself. The reason why, or like you could do raiding in World of Warcraft, but that's, or Mythic Plus, but that's also, you depend on the failure of others, which, similar skill set, not the same. Go play Dark Souls if you're terrible at art. You'll get better at art. Because one of the biggest problems with artists is that they don't trust how smart they are. Like, I get offended on behalf of like somebody's ancestors when they tell me they'll never be a great artist. It's like, bro, what do you mean you can't figure out how to make art? Your ancestors figured out how to do all sorts of shit. It is genetically coded into you over tens of thousands of years of evolution to be able to figure out how to do something when you don't know how to do it. And if you can't see the progress right now and you can't like understand how your brain takes front brain information, codes it, sorts it into the back brain, and just does it automatically, runs the fucking script on its own. If you don't understand how that process works and you don't have faith in that process, how practice of fundamentals in art will actually make you a better artist without even trying, go play Dark Souls, because you will figure out how a mechanic works, and then as your brain processes that mechanic, it becomes second. You know, you don't have to think about it anymore. You just do it. You react to it. You handle it, and then you leave space in your forward brain to solve the next puzzle. And you're basically solving a puzzle, putting it into your back brain, solving a new puzzle, putting in your back brain until you just do it like a symphony, right? And then you figure it out, and then you never die in that boss again. It's like the first time you kill the boss, it takes like what, 100 tries. The next time you kill the boss, it takes 2. And that's how it works. And so it's such a good analogy for improving an artist. All right. I understand what you mean. There are some Souls games bosses that I have to walk away from either even after I learn the fight and can easily beat them. The solution to that problem, Evan, do more damage. Unironically, upgrading your weapon is so absurdly important. Nothing in the game tells you just how important. I thought you were supposed to do it with a dagger, like a rusty spoon or whatever, and completely naked. I thought that was the only way you could play Dark Souls to earn Dark Souls cred. If you have like a real weapon or you upgrade it or whatever, I was pretty sure that the Dark Souls community called you a casual. Wait, have I been wrong? I'd be a great artist. This is a fact, not opinion. I'm too busy with learning to sing and stream to waste time on paper and pencil movie nonsense. But if you wanted to, you could. And I get so offended when people say they'll never be a great artist when they want to be. You know, when they want to put the effort in, they're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter how hard I'll try. I won't learn how to be a great artist." It's like, yes, you will. Shut up. You know, that's so insulting to think that humans aren't naturally capable of learning how to do something because you don't want to put the effort in. Or whatever, you know, like just the general consensus on how to improve at art. A lot of people think that you either have it or you don't. And I think that's like such a toxic mindset for everyone involved, even those who are improving, for those who aren't improving, for those who have yet to try to improve. You know, infographic for that actually. Wait, really? For what? For improving or? I think I went over like 3 things. Another great example is music takes a lot of practice. Spent over an hour learning the first few bars of a piece last night. True. Learning any skill or whatever builds confidence. To learn it back of your brain. Actually, okay, hold up. All right, infographic. Impress me. They're describing fighting games, but it's the exact same for mental stack as describing for art. Notice opponents jumping. Decide to use an air attack. Which move might work out of 30? Remember the input for move. Try not to move and get kicked in the face. Okay. Notice opponents jumping. Decide to use an air attack. Okay. Which move might work out of 6? Remember input for move faster. Try to do move and maybe succeed. Notice opponents jumping. Decide an air attack. Oh hey, crouching HP. Okay. Try to do move. Notice opponents jumping. CR HP. Easy. Easy. Excess brain power can then be used if to decide if some other option might give better results, like a shoryuken or just blocking or whatever. Yeah, true. This is the flowchart for it, man. This is how it works. This is like truly, if you are having problems with the sort of the emotional side of art, like the emotional struggle of like improving as an artist, not feeling like it's like capable or you're capable of it, whatever, go play a difficult video game. Tell your art teacher that I said it was okay for you to become a professional artist to play 50 hours of video games before you do any art assignments. Make sure they're the right ones, though. All right. I guess let's start doing some... I want to do some just, like, sketching and shit for some Dark Soulsy or some dark fantasy stuff. Because I really want to focus the dark fantasy aspect on the Abyss in Eldara. The Abyss is a very dark fantasy place to go here, so I really want to start thinking about the abyssal monstrosities, which are probably like somewhere in between necromantic and eldritch. I'm not quite sure how demonic I want them to be, but maybe like classically demonic. So what makes for a good eldritch dark fantasy villain? You know what? Let's just start with silhouette. Fuck it. Fuck it. Uh, for the learn it back of your brain. Dreamer's art. Okay, there. Dreamer's art teacher. The Twitch streamer told me it was okay. Yeah, true, true. A fallen knight. That'd be interesting actually to see like the idea of the more humanoid creatures from the Eldritch Abyss. Things that you would have coming up from the abyss that are like sort of twisted. Now, the force twisting them is entirely a mystery. That is one thing that is very important to remember is that the when you go down to the abyss in the Shadowed Sea, whatever it is that is twisting things, that is creating the eldritch fish, creating the eldritch nightmarish people or whatever, is entirely a mystery, and people don't know what it is yet. So we really have free reign to kind of describe that visually how we want. Contrast light and dark elements on them to show the dichotomy of man or something, to show off the art skills. Yeah, whenever we actually paint this, I want to do some sketches, some concept sketches first, but I think that it makes more sense when we're talking about humanoid. For me anyway, it makes more sense to think of things as a decay and an unnatural like mutation, as opposed to like just hard and fast demonic. Because the problem with the demonic, I think, is that as like a fantasy trope, is that it is somewhat challenging to relate to to humans, right? Like a demonic sort of enchanted or a demonically maybe corrupted creature or whatever that builds that sense of like, oh shit, what's going on here, man? It is so challenging to make that like jarring now. I feel like it's just been so overdone. That it feels like if we're trying to reference something to humanity, that the rot of sort of the necrotic or the mutation of the eldritch are really, I think, the stronger way to sort of communicate that discomfort. So what happens to a person, or in this case, a knight, when they fall into the abyss? It's sort of a question we'll answer now. And then we'll do a design, and then I think we'll paint it out. I like the idea of sort of the kind of Diablo 2 Pindle skin, lumbering, shambling horror. So I'm going to attempt to accomplish that with like a really big contrast between sort of um, the thick and thin, you know, the sort of the skin on bones, the as if the material metal that makes up the knight's armor is like an example of like where the knight used to be, and forms that like sort of aspect of the silhouette, but the actual like kind of like rotted away eldritch bone in between those like large sort of bulky pieces of armor are more like where it actually is now. A cursed army. The knights were, or that thought they were powerful enough to cleanse the abyss. They underestimated just how horrifying the abyss was and ended up being a part of it. That's a cool idea, because they would have sent out 100%. They would have sent out like knights at some point in time, or some sort of a force to try and like, you know, like an expeditionary force to try and cleanse the abyss. So we'll show that like kind of broken. The problem is we want to make it, we don't want to just like make it look undead and rotted. We also want to make it look eldritch. As if there's like a corruption seeping around, moving through our knights. Sort of misshaping them in some way. Like it almost sort of joins their armor. And like sort of wrapped around their bodies, their flesh, and wrapped around their armor. Kind of has that unsettling addition, you know? Half-Lord clicking along? Alright. Thorkin, good luck. If you want a horror human reference, look up Conquistadors from Jungle Cruise. Conquistadors from Jungle Cruise? What? Jungle Cruise, the Rock movie? Oh, these are cool. Sort of merged with the jungle itself. That's neat. Snakes and brush and everything. That's cool. Kind of reminds you of the like sunken crew in Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, like merged with the ocean. Fallen Knight wearing the filigree from like a famous order, some ruler's personal guard, but their armor has rotted and rusted in spots with like rusted, twisted abominations as a weapon. Yeah, I want to make their weapons feel like something that's kind of encrusted with the abyss, if I can. Like there was a nobility to them and their armor, a regality to it. It's been kind of mutated away with the abyss or whatever. Rotted down to just like kind of the base. And we'll figure out how to paint it out. And I don't want to make it like seem almost like necromantic, so we're not going to do a lot of exposed bones, because then it's just like skeletons, you know? These two corrupt paladin pieces you made for me as an idea. Corrupt paladin pieces? Which ones? The weapons? Those were more, I felt like, fallen from grace, as opposed to like corrupted by like an eldritch force. You know? Slightly different vibe from what I'm going to go for here. Still fairly high fantasy. Still very bright and shiny, you know? I kind of want to also make it feel very like almost sinewy. Like there's these sort of like flesh tethers connecting the armor to the actual like flesh of the, I guess at this point, the creature. So as we have to get our dark fantasy, I guess, desires for art out of our systems right now. Because let's face it, as artists, we're all going to be forced to draw anime booba in a couple weeks. When Twitch goes under. And I have to, like, make it as an artist on Twitter exclusively. So, it's like, man, if you need to get to 10,000 followers fast, Evan, well, what's the #1 strategy? You may not like it, I may not like it, but we're not going to pretend like it doesn't exist. And I think there's like a discomfort in the idea of like flesh connected to metal. Like the flesh fused to the metal in some ways. There's just, that is inherently a grotesque discomfort to it. It brings this monka factor in, you know? And now we're also going to see some of these on the Runewind Festival trail. There is going to be a bit of a challenge event somewhere. I'm not going to spoil because I don't want to. I just don't want to spoil it, so we're not going to. But yeah, there is an antagonist for the fitness challenge this summer. And it's not fast food. The Abyss like a dark fog. The Abyss, when you look down to the Abyss, it is like a brine pool. Alright? The Abyss in the Shattered Sea is like looking into a cloudy water. You ever seen a brine pool? Brine pools are terrifying, man. Brine pools are these cool things that happen underwater where, like, super salty water sort of, like, collects in these sort of, like, crater basin thingies. And it looks like... No, see the brine pool. Show me the creepy. Show me the creepy. No, this isn't creepy. Yeah. So this is all underwater. These are like little eels at the bottom of the ocean that go in and out of the brine pool to like get things out of it, like to get food out of it. But everything that dies in the brine pool just gets preserved because of all the salt. Like, look at that. Look at how fucking creepy that is. It just disappeared into like a cloud of water underwater. Look at that. Look at how fucking creepy that is. This is what the Abyss looks like. So you can't really see into it. It's just this like dark, murky gray that just immediately drops off. You know, and you can see like shapes and stuff in it occasionally. Everything around it is just like slowly dying. You know? But their poor little eel went in for too long. No eel. You can do it. He's okay in the end. Don't worry. But yeah, you just see things that are dead in it, or like half in it, that just accidentally swim into it, just like come up dead. And they just sink down because it's so like, I don't know. That's what the Abyss is like. It's like a brine pool. The Abyss in Aquaman were the brine area, or whatever they're called. Is that an Aquaman thing too? Did Aquaman steal my idea? Did Jason Momoa steal my cool idea? Personally? Because if he did, I'll be mad. Don't think I won't send him a strongly worded letter, personally. I want there to be this, like creepy, like, stretching tension whenever something, like, imagine it lifts its arm up or whatever. It's, like, arm or whatever. And it's got its glove. I want there to be, like, these, like, sinews connecting from the armor. Just stretching up into the flesh. Almost like webbing or whatever. It's very uncomfortable to look at, so it'll fit right into our dark fantasy vibes. We talked a lot about the color, but we haven't really discussed the Eldritch vibe of it, the design. Why we're starting with that instead of color. Oh, we could just paint it out, I guess. That's like not a bad way of doing it either. Or going the design process in line work and just going straight into painting. I think regardless of what I do for Dark Fantasy stuff, I am going to do a piece of like fan art for Diablo 4. I always had this like view on fan art for myself that I just couldn't do it. Because there's always this like expectation that I do like all this original work or whatever, but like I miss doing fan art. And I said I was going to this year. I said I was going to like diversify out into artwork that I want to do, and I'm not going to like worry about if there's like expectations to have everything be original or not drawing like, you know, Critical Role shit or, you know, video game stuff. I'm just gonna kind of have fun this year and do what I want. I feel like the best that I've ever done with art is when I'm just like thinking about having fun, not thinking about anything else. My best streams are, some of my best projects have been done. And I'm trying to like focus on that a little bit, which is like weird to say, like try and focus on enjoying myself as an artist, you know? Feels strangely self-serving, but in some ways necessary. I always really liked this idea that one of my favorite painters from history, Da Vinci, always said about art that he would have these like various counts and bishops asking him how long a piece would take, and he'd always just say it'll take as long as it'll take. They're like, but Da Vinci, we asked you to do this project, this like painting, like 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago, whatever. And he's like, well, it'll be done when it's done, you know. Now that doesn't really work in the modern world, obviously, especially production if you're like working for companies and shit like that. But I think as a painter, there's something nice about that sensibility that like you'll paint when you're ready. You'll paint when you can paint. You just can't force your creativity sometimes. Although the problem is a lot of artists will use that as an excuse to just slack off. So that's what we're like, man. You tell us we don't have a deadline, it's like, okay, cool, see you next year. Wait, what? Yeah, man. Next year? Yeah. It would be nice to have smaller, shorter turnarounds as well. I'm thinking of doing reopening sketch commissions, like another couple slots anyway in July. I did that in April and it was fun. Just take a couple of very quick projects that don't like have any massive time commitment on them. They're just like very short-lived, somewhat fun projects. I mean, they're all fun. It's just like somewhat fun focused anyway, as opposed to like a serious thing that needs to be done and have like 50 hours put into it. It's like it's supposed to be enjoyable for 2 hours and that's it. The problem is when I did that, I underestimated how long I need to work on something, and an hour sketch for me doesn't exist. Which is like something I've had to like kind of figure out about myself as an artist, is that I just don't do hour-long sketches. Like, you just can't get me to do something very quick. When I do something quick, it's fun. Sure. But it's not something that I can really feel like I'm putting all my deep time into. I need like at least need a little more time on my end. I work very slow, I feel like, which is not a good thing as an artist. Not work slow. However, if that's the way you paint, man, that's the way you paint. But I also want to do like maybe some polls or something in the Discord to see what people want more of. Because I want to add a new print to the print store, something that's like painted every single month. Patreon isn't quite at the point where it could like fund that project fully. But maybe if I like have it as a print as well, then I could do that. So it's looking where it's like, where does the body begin, the armor end? It's kind of what I'm going for. For all to kind of be rotting into itself, you know? Thank you, Ashy. Really gonna have this shoulder blend into the flesh. Almost maybe kind of nightmare-y from Soul Calibur. Which is a reference that precisely 0 people, except for maybe Ashy, gotten. Because let's face it, they killed Soul Calibur, man. That game's dead. I don't understand why. It was the best one, man. I mean, I liked Tekken more as like a serious fighting game. Not a Street Fighter, not a Mortal Kombat person. I was always a Tekken person. But Soul Calibur was dope, dude. Sad. I'm so good at Soul Calibur. It's so bad at Tekken. Oh, man. Soul Calibur was, like, surprisingly complex and unique. I loved that game. You remember Gabby, really? Yeah, okay. The first Soul Calibur game came out on GameCube, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think actually Soul Calibur 1 and 2 were both on GameCube, weren't they? Was there a Soul Calibur game ever published not for GameCube? Was there one for Wii? I just, like, missed or whatever? I legitimately don't remember. First one came out in arcades? Really? Dreamcast, was it? Hold on. Soul Calibur 1. Not Calibert. Soul Calibur 1. Soul Calibur by Namco. Arcade, Dreamcast, Xbox 360, iOS, and Android. Jesus. What was the Dreamcast packaging like? Because I had a Dreamcast. Okay. Yeah. No, I remember this now. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I never had Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. God, there were so many great Dreamcast games, man, that I really adored. I didn't have all of them. But fuck, man. I love that system. They're on PlayStation as well. The reason I know this was a camp counselor. Wait, it was a camp counselor, and we had an arcade room where we had Soul Edge / Soul Calibur cabinets. That's actually wicked. That's like people wicked, for real. Soul Edge, Soul Calibur 2 were all in the arcade, but I guess also got ported to consoles with crossover. So which one was the GameCube? The GameCube. That was my first experience with Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2 was GameCube, right? Oh man, it had the exclusives. You remember that? It had the console exclusives. For the GameCube, you had Link. For the PlayStation 2, you had Heihachi Mishima. Tsuya! And then for the fucking Xbox, you had what was his name? Why did I just lose his name? What the fuck is his name? Shit. Damn it. What is his name? Whatever, fuck. Anyway, they had Mortal Kombat dude, but that was sick, man. You had Heihachi Mishima on the PlayStation, and then Link. Oh, God. I always wanted to play the PlayStation 2 version because of Heihachi. Because Heihachi was one of my mains in Tekken 3. Tekken 3 I played Heihachi, and I played Heihachi, Jin, and Yoshimitsu. And then in subsequent Tekken games, I've stayed a Jin Kazuma or Kazuya Kazuma main in those games. Actually, in Tekken 4 or Tekken, is it Tekken 4 or Tekken 5 that I played Lily, or what's her name? Emily? No. Emily? What was her name? I played some like rich girl chick in like Tekken 4 or whatever that I was fucking dope with. I won a tournament with her, so I left my boy Jin. I left him out cold. I left him out cold for the tournament, and I won without him. I felt bad. Jin and Eddie, yeah. So I just want to see if I'm playing for fun or to bully. In Soul Calibur, I'll play Sophidia, Cassandra. I'm just having fun. I'll play Amy Raphael from bullying. Yeah, I played a lot of Sophidia, I remember, in Soul Calibur. I liked any character with a shield. So they had little tiny shields, but I still played them. Take pics of the items I got. Wait, you're home now, Steel? Oh shit. Okay. Good luck. Good lurk. What you gotta do? Okay. I was super into fighting games in high school and college, and then I just like, I don't know. Had this like feeling of not a valuable return on investment for time played. I feel like I didn't get better with all the time that I played, you know? I wasn't improving, and it also didn't matter if I fucking improved. I had that loss of faith in the game at some point in time or in the genre. I still love watching fighting game tournaments, but I'll never probably take a fighting game seriously again. Could be tempted to get back into Tekken at least a little bit casually, but I don't know. I changed, man. I had to give up so many video games, and it's my love of so many different games and genres of fantasy and shit like that. I'm such a loser degenerate that I had to completely abandon so many things in order to be somewhat successful in my endeavors. At the core, though, if you let me be me, I'll just sit around and play a JRPG in the dark or some shit, or get good at some game that doesn't fucking matter. and shirk all my responsibilities, never go to the gym, never eat well. I will completely degenerate as a human if I'm allowed to. Thank God I have ambitions for shit art-wise, because if I didn't, I would be completely lost to life. But I still have that pull, you know? I can't jump into things casually, just have fun, be like, oh, I'm gonna play some Tekken. If there's not like a reason to get good at it, I like feel like I can't, you know? It's such an unhealthy way to look at video games. I want to just like enjoy them, you know? I want to enjoy video games the way I enjoy Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 I don't give a fuck about. You know? I don't give a fuck about being good at the game. Or like a master collector or whatever. Warcraft I cared about, and it made it not fun. I log on to Final Fantasy and put a dumb like basket in my house and sit in it as a Lalafell and then like laugh and walk away, and it's fun. I want to enjoy other games like that as well. What's a guild chat? I'll include pics of the items I got from a print store at L's Dice. Okay, all right. I give up on Tekken after 5, to be honest. 6 kind of killed it for me. 7 was nice enough to pick up on sale. Here's the thing: I didn't know that Tekken 7 existed. You asked me, Evan, what Tekken are we currently on? I would say 6, maybe. I don't think we're on 5 anymore. Tekken 3 and 4 were king. Change my mind. I think Tekken Tag Tournament. All right. People might disagree, but I think the Tekken Tag Tournament was better than Tekken 3, 4, and 5. Well, to be fair, I didn't really play much of 5. No, I played Tekken 5. What am I talking about? Yeah, I played Tekken 5. I think the Tekken Tag Tournament was the best one. I loved Tekken Tag Tournament, which is like 3.5, I guess. 3 plus, maybe. Played that shit with my big brother. He played with me every day until I got better than him. He didn't want to play anymore. I love my big brother. Alright? I love him. But he is a sore loser little bitch when it comes to video games, at least when we were kids. He would play a game as long as he could roast me, and the second that he couldn't, he didn't want to play anymore. He'll admit it too. He probably will anyway. if I made him. He wanted to play every game with me until I got good at it, and then I was like, nope, not interested anymore. Alright. And that's where I learned it from. But then I got Soul Calibur 6. We could play as Geralt of Rivia. Worth it. There's 6 Soul Caliburs more now. Really? Who's still playing fighting games, man? Is the fighting game scene still there? What's the big fighting game tournaments out there? Evo? Who gives a shit about Tekken and Street Fighter and whatnot now? Besides thirsty 28-year-olds. Tech tournaments mechanically so good every fighting game ripped off the concept. Did they really? Because like I don't have a really big. I stayed a Tekken faithful after PS3 came out. I never played a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat game. Street Fighter felt unsatisfying to play. It felt bad to play. Tekken was so satisfying to play. Pull off combo, see it, whatever. Street Fighter felt like it was kind of like the Path of Exile to the Diablo 3, but I wanted my fighting games to be flashy. I wanted to see shit happening, man. Never a Street Fighter fan. You wanna look sick? It does. It looks something. Dad would bully the shit out of us in Tekken until he got old enough to learn the game. Then also the video games with the devil, and he went out his cult arc. Oh. As long as Smash is around, fighting games will be around. Well, even when Smash is gone, Smash tournaments will still be around. That's what I like. I love the Smash community exists. I have no desire to play Smash. I don't find Smash that competitive, which is like the opinion of the century for heresy. Because I just like never got into it competitively. It just always seemed so casual. It always felt to me that Smash was never as technical as like Tekken was. I never got into it, so I never got to like appreciate the nuances of Smash, what makes it like competitive, because I just never like maybe I just never get a chance. That's probably it. but it just never felt competitive to me. It felt like it was always just like fun, boppy bullshit. So it was just like more of like the Mario Party of fighting games, and I was okay with it. I didn't ever need Smash to be anything more than just the Mario Party of fighting games. And people take it seriously, man. I love that. I love the community. This Smash community exists and is so fucking serious. Because without them, we lose a large amount of passion in the video games industry. Even though Nintendo's trying their absolute best to just destroy it. You know? Top 10 on Twitch today, is it? Street Fighter. Is it 6? Street Fighter 6? Is this it? FPS Shaka. Let's see. All right. I'm glad they're still cartoony as fuck. They're like leaning into being the JoJo's of fighting games, and I like it. All right. Well, better luck next time, chump. Get him. Get him, Shaka. Don't lose to Kuzuha. Yeah. All right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I will never play this game, but I'm happy it exists. I'm happy people are into it. But yeah, I will never ever start that game. So. Street Fighter here. A little bit. Yep. College had Smash tournaments in the community hall. People would bring their consoles, hook them up to the 4 TVs there. Old CRTs, yeah. Same boat, but it teaches the fundamentals of fighting games so well. So many competitive Smash players are what helped Guilty Gear grow and bring forward the new Mortal Kombats. Yeah, look, don't get me wrong, Smash is necessary. Without Smash, so much of the heart and soul of the fighting game community is just gone. But I just do not give a shit because that game always felt like cartoony nonsense to me, and I didn't need to feel like anything more than that. So I just like never was able to see what people see in it as a competitive fighting game. And I still kind of don't when it comes to tournaments. Like I watch it, and it seems like a lot of very, very, very like the game is extremely basic, but it kind of forms it into the chess of fighting games. Does that make sense? The game is so basic and uncomplicated that it requires like the fundamentals of fighting games to just be like perfect, which is I can appreciate that. But I want to see some complex, like, fucking 28 button combos where you take the dude and, like, you know, pull out his spine and then, like, forge it into, like, an ancient elven blade and then, like, stab him with his spine and then kick him in the air and then, like, you know, reinsert his spine into his body only to snap it over your knee like a fucking Darth Bane scene or whatever. You know? That's what I wanted in a fighting game. So... I don't need fucking Kirby turning into a brick. Is it open world mode? How's that work? The snappier animation Street Fighter's going for? Yeah, it looks good. Street Fighter, Tekken, Soul Calibur. I don't know anybody who played Mortal Kombat. I feel like Mortal Kombat's always been the black sheep, you know? Blue Fantasia and Skullgirls. I don't think I've ever played Skullgirls or Blue Fantasia. Those are always the main three. A lot of I missed out on a lot of the Japanese like 2D fighters, the Guilty Gear and the Blaze Blue games. I really played those. I hope that they're still going. The thing I love about Japanese devs is that even if nobody plays their fucking game, they'll still make a sequel for it. If there is like barely enough people to fund the creation of the next game in the series, they will do it. There's so much more passion than a lot of American devs. NA is like so concerned about money, and it's like, oh, this title isn't making, you know, year over year, end over end, dick over dick income for our investing board. In Japan, they're like, did it pay for development? Yeah? Cool, let's do the next one. You guys want to do it? Okay, man, go ahead. Get in there, I guess. Some fucking weirdos are gonna pay for the next game. Like, okay, go for it. That's all they need, man. Don't need it complicated. Australia's Mortal Wombat. What's a wombat? I actually think I know what a wombat looks like. Time thought Star Perfect KO in Tekken 3 was my perspective change on fighters forever. Yeah. Yeah, well, juggling in Tekken I thought was way harder than any other game. But I also only played really Tekken to that level. I'm gonna completely blank out this dude's features, I think. Completely remove all sense of humanity from it. Man, I really miss thinking about video games like this. You know? Such a deep, passionate level. I'm like really struggling recently with trying to play Diablo. I'm like trying to force it, you know? But I feel so bad playing it. I feel like it's such a waste of my time to play any fucking video game. Like any goal I have in my life is not served by playing a video game whatsoever. I have to like try and rationalize reasons why I need to take breaks and stuff. But I just want to like pick up a fighting game and play it for a week, or like, you know, be able to like play the new whatever RPG that comes out, or like play Honkai Star Rail or some shit for a week. I just want to like play games again, you know? I'm like so disconnected from it in some ways. You feel that shit, Genova? What are you playing right now, man? I saw you on D4, I think. I don't know if you're playing with the LBD crew or whatever. Saw your little Cthulhu eye. Graphically a bit of a mess, mechanically pretty competitive, and also the most gore you could have the time for Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Mortal Kombat was always good. Not much though. 14 and Zelda taking up my time. Then 16. Dude, I'm so sad. I was gonna pre-order 16 on stream one day, and I found out it was only for PS5. I do not have a PS5 yet. I'm not gonna get one, so I have to wait for Zelda, for 16 to come out on PC. So I want to play it. I really would do. I missed out on 15. I didn't play 15 at all. I was waiting for 15 to release all of their DLC for it, and then I would play 15, because everyone who I talked to that played 15 on release said, "Oh, it's really bad. Don't play it. Wait for all the DLC to come out. Wait for Square to release the entire story, and then play like the final definitive edition." So I waited a couple months, I waited a year, I waited more than a year. I didn't play 15 at all. And then all of a sudden Square just said, "Hey, all of our plans to do these like story things, we're just going to cancel them. So sorry." And then I never talked to anybody who played 15 that was just like, "Oh yeah, you can actually play it with all the current content out," or like, "Is it really bad? Is it dumb? Which version do you play? Do you play the DLC? Do you not?" Like, I still haven't played 15 in any sort of shape. And so I was hoping 16 I could just roll into, but that shit's only on PS5, man. Who the fuck is a PS5? Bro, I can't afford a PS5 and a GPU. That shit's like $800 or some shit in Canada, man. Enjoy 15. The only complaint was that they made it some cool items Windows Store only. Wait, really? They lost a bit of the mark on 15, I think, with like microtransactions and shit. That's like a consistent complaint I keep hearing people. They got lost in their own sauce on 15. But 16 looks great. I think, and I kind of hate to say this, I think I'm gonna have to watch Asmongold play through 16. I think I'm gonna have to watch a streamer play through 16 because I'm not gonna be able to. I think I have to watch Asmon. Or maybe another streamer, I don't know. Asmon would be a good time. But I have to watch somebody play through the game. It looks so good, man. Hold up. Does Final Fantasy 6... Wait. Does Final Fantasy 16 have an old person narrating at the beginning of the trailer? Or a dude dramatically, like... Hold on. Or like a dude that sounds like Thancred. Wait, is this a good trailer or not? Which one? Which was the oldest one? This is the oldest one. Okay. Is there an old person?
It has been 1,500 years since the fall of our forebears. And Valisthea has been slowly dying.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it make up for it because they have an English accent, or would it be better as an old lady? I think it'd be better as an old lady, but like, I'm a little disappointed. You know, like the Dark Souls one, right? Like,
Age of Ancients. The world was unformed.
like there you go. You're ready.
Shrouded by fog.
You know, but here you've just got like, man.
Ever since.
I guess she's whispering.
All right.
Now.
But we're in the middle of the Deadlands.
The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no
Never mind.
birds.
Never mind. They have Stern Tide in there. They get a pass. All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, let me get more water real quick. I will be right back. When I return, we'll talk about color. We'll start thinking about it. Okay, BB. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just, yeah, alright, relax. Alright, relax. Alright, we back. It's back sooner than expected. I grabbed my water, and I had this idea for a skull cloak dude, and also an idea for tentacle wings. So we need to get this guy done real quick. Okay, wait. Younger English accent. I always play the original Japanese. I always play the original Japanese too because I think it's better as far as like the emphasis goes. But I'm not going to do that for Final Fantasy 16. I'm going to play it because the guy who plays Sterntide is an actor in this one. He also plays Lorath in Diablo 4. But he is the best thing about Battle for Azeroth, except maybe the corruption vendor. When he tells you to go on, find Lady Waycrest, settle the score, I'm ready. I'm ready to do the dungeon, you know? Put the skull cloak and the tentacle wings on the knight. On this one, they need to be different knights. The skull cloak needs to be like... Like, our skull cloak knight needs to be... He just needs to have a mound of skulls on him. Like a fucked up version of the Emporium. You know, our tentacle wing guy needs to be like... A tentacle wing guy needs to be... like a Diablo Archangel. But instead of like light tendrils, it's just tenties. Also, it just be a torso. It needs to be a torso with a spine hanging out of it. And like, what for armor or what for a helmet? Really big, tough, like Knight's Penitent armor. Like the you know? It's just Final Fantasy, but I'm sorry, friends. Those Final Fantasy 16 trailers do not look appetizing. Really? What don't you like about him, Guapo? I'm curious. Fuck. I just spilled my drink. No one knows. No one notices. I wear a black t-shirt. It's fine. Fine. No one will ever know. You can't see it. Hog. You can kind of see it. Shit. That's fine. He's cool, but also not the biggest fan of exclusives, especially from Sony, who complains and whines about the other companies doing them. But they're the biggest exclusive maker other than Nintendo. Yeah, true. Tentacle Wing Dragon Monster? What? Like, maybe he has, like, an arm. Is it better or worse if he has an arm? I don't think so. I think it's better if he just has, like, armor. Big tough armor. With tentacle wings just flying around. You need actually, okay, for our skull cape dude, what we need him to have a head lantern. Or a skull lantern. Where it's this like sort of just like Headhunter's trophy massive skulls that are all like glowing. And then he has his like big weapon. There. Has to be wearing one of those like old peasant hats as well. And like wearing somebody's fucking face or whatever. Like a mask or something. Or maybe his head is just like a head-shaped piece of head. Little peasant crown hat thingy. With just a tear down the center. And like an eyeball in the middle. That's pretty good, right? That's like some shit you see in a Dark Souls game. Just like some human face or whatever. Stretched. Mangled. Like sewn together. Missing the eyes or something. Skull Lantern doubles as bone flail, true. What tentacles are the arms too? What? What if he has spine tentacles coming out from underneath? Like just various spines. And like a pelvis with like a long tail spine thingy on it. Just like a bonus pelvis, man. What's it go? Oh, could you hear that? Oh, sorry. Another skull cap from human faces. Ooh. Another cloak made from the skin of various sentient races. Okay, I did say we go dark fantasy today. Just think, I could have been drawing anime booba today instead of drawing undead knights. I'm sorry to anyone who clicked on my stream in the art category expecting otherwise. Just default apology. We'll use very dark colors when we paint this out. Emphasize that, like, shadowy feel to it. Still don't know how we're going to handle, like, light-bearing things in the dark fantasy. We talked a little bit about it at the beginning of stream, but we unlocked some of the secrets, but I didn't, like, necessarily figure out a way to solve it, right? Remember the classic hair of dark fantasy, where the hair is thinned out a lot, very wiry, kind of gross and such? Yeah. Yeah, well. Like your average World of Warcraft player. I understand. Got it. Lots of sinew. Sinew is very important. Very bony. Kind of want the sinew to also connect to the weapon. Sort of be like a part of it, you know? Almost like it's just sort of like grown together, you know? A horrific melding. Maybe I'll put an eye in there as well. I don't know about the incorporation of eyes. I kind of want to do it, but send all art in guild chat. Yo, let's check this shit out. All right, what's Steel get? All right, what do you got? What do you got? Let's see, a 2022 warm-up sketches print. Okay, Deece. Some badges for completing challenges last year. Deece. Amelia Hearthwood. Lady Hearthwood. Of the Hearthwoods. Lore item card. Sticker. The Crumb. Your very own one of one original painted watercolor Crumb. Holding some sort of Melurun. An island sketch. Alright, cool. GG. Evangeline. I should paint Evangeline. Oh, I should paint Evangeline. Oh, fuck. Now I want to do that. Okay, shit. Evangeline lore. Alright, where are the maps, dude? I thought there was maps. Oh, there are maps. Okay. What's the next one? Northmark. More sketches. Ooh, you got some Eldari runes. The very rare EBA watercolor. That's insane, Steel. That is actually insane. You went from nothing to one of the highest EBA art collectors in existence. There are few who have the kind of EBA art collection that you do. And I'm deeply honored by it. Thank you for the support, Steel. I'm happy and humbled to be able to make something for every month on Patreon. This is sick, dude. This is actually sick. This is legit. A lot of things I'm very proud of in here, except for this. I'm not proud of this. This is disgusting. I don't know why you own this. A lot of other things that I'm very proud of. The big ass maps. That's a small one. These are the big ass ones. Size comparison for reference, I guess, between a first edition large map and the regular one that we do for giveaways, or Patreon giveaways, I mean. Telling truth, like Northmark. Ooh. Damn, bro. My paybacks are first edition. That's fair. I think there's like a couple first editions left of each one. I've been very surprised to how I end up with 2 big Shattered Sea maps somehow. Intentional, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, this is fucking sick, dude. Actually legit. Oh, God. There's so much work that I'm proud of in there. I want to do more paintings through for Patreon and the print store and stuff this year. I have to really take a step and think about what I want as an artist. If I want to do commissions or paintings and self-prints. Problem is, I know I should do both, but I don't know if I have the time for it. Like, I am tentatively announcing this month that I'm opening commissions in July. After my break. I just don't know if anyone will actually want commissions for characters and shit in July, because, like, it's going to be so stupidly expensive to do a full-on painting. But I worry, but I suppose I have to have faith. I did have a friend, though, ask me that they want a commission of something in Eldara. I was like, okay, this is cheating. If I accept commissions of only things that are in Eldara, that's just fucking cheating. Let's face it. I'm absolutely doing it too. Like, I don't usually reserve slots for commissions, but I 100% told her that I'd save her a slot. Because she asked me to do something in Eldara. It's like, yep, I got you. Yeah, Sinew's fucking gross, but it really helps it, I think. Birthday sketch? Can you get a birthday sketch? Birthday's on July 4th? I will probably not be streaming then. That'll probably be around where my break is, or just before. I'll probably be doing my break at that point, and then I'll be opening commissions after my break. For anyone who missed us talking about it yesterday, I'm probably going to take an actual break in July after a ridiculous work break. I'm going to take a work break, and I'm going to take a break from stream for a week and probably just work an insane amount to get caught up on everything and work ahead on stuff. And also start building the YouTube channel out with Bizzo, actually. She's going to help me out with it. And I'm excited for that because Bizzo's actually hilarious. I don't know if people know that. She's actually funny. We were going to initially do that in May, June. We decided to do it July, August. just because what bullshit happened for me, and so she was very cool about saying, yeah, whatever, we'll do it next month or whatever. But no, Blaze, trust me, this was actually hilarious, dude. I didn't think it was possible for a mod to be funny. But no, she's actually funny. I had to figure out what kind of YouTube videos I need to make. What do you guys want to see? Would you guys rather have like stream sort of like compilation videos of stuff that happened on stream, so you can just like not watch streams and just like catch the YouTube video? Would you rather have me do React Andy shit where I like talk about stuff like in the D&D community and the art community? Or would you rather me do like tutorial stuff or like project stuff? Planning on doing a little bit of everything. But I worry about the tutorial shit. Imagine having a funny mod. True. Take a picture of your gallery. God damn. God damn. We all up to such working on today, by the way. Well, I'm working on nights. I don't know what anyone else is doing. People are probably at work being lame-os. Being funny is part of our culture. What do you mean? When was the last time a mod said something funny? That's it. We're gonna do You Laugh, You Lose, where the mods get to submit funny videos, and if I laugh, I have to roll. I have to like select from a wheel of punishment designed by the mods. I'll prove once and for all the mods are not funny. I will. I will. Don't think that this is not something that I will do. Don't think that I'm just bullshitting. Anyway, I need to take that break in July to like get stuff together and start working on projects that matter to me like a great deal. And after that, I'll probably have commissions open for bigger projects. I think I'm going to offer commissions initially for painted characters in this style. Painted characters in this style, line work, sketch, and yeah, color after or on top. I think that's where I want to start. But I don't know. Without being a mod for comparison, I don't want to set the bar that low. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Who's actually funny in TDC? I can't figure it out. Who's actually funny? 'Cause it's certainly not the mods. Maybe. God, who's actually funny? This is tough, man. I want to spend some serious brain power thinking about it. You know my type of humor. If you laugh, you do lose. That's true. That's unfortunately true. VC, Sienna right now. I say her jaw dropped. Look, man. I don't know what you want me to say. I can just hear Sienna gasping in my mind's eye right now. Gasping at the offense. What to do for his feetsies? I want to do like metal boots melded into the flesh. All right, we'll do it as a part of the subathon, okay? I'll give the mods a month or so to prepare. We'll see which mod is actually funny. Spoilers, gonna be nobody. It's all just gonna be sorted out online memes and dad jokes. Maybe the easiest challenge of my life. Find that pun list? God damn it. God damn it. That wasn't a challenge. That was... fuck. I could also take the last week of June off instead of the first week of July, and do last week of June and first week of July so that I'm available for helping out the convention with Ella. That is also an option. It doesn't really matter. Like the summer's always super slow for streams, so like across Twitch for a lot of small streamers, they're just like busy and doing shit, or like work is whatever. So it really doesn't matter when I take it off, I guess. I figure what works better for my schedule. I want to do underwater looking stuff too, like barnacles or something. I finally only accidentally that one time VC where I said I was running around like a hellish chicken and I didn't expect you to lose your shit. Alright, chill. Chill. So the dad pun tome? Oh no. Okay. It's an excellent option. Wait, sorry, what is Blaze? My bad. I was talking about stuff nobody cared about. Okay. When was subathon again? Asking for a friend. So I did say I would do. I did say I would do a subathon this summer. So probably when I get back from my break. So like earlier mid July. It's not really just gonna be a subathon. Mostly just gonna be a marathon stream. But subathon is just like the easiest way to communicate that concept, of just going live and like staying live for whatever. I don't think a streamer my size could actually really like run a subathon and expect to be live for, you know, whatever amount of time without it being kind of just like a marathon. But I did want to do like a long marathon stream or whatever. Last week of June, first week of July is an excellent option so you can help out. Oh, okay, that's what. All right. Yeah, I could do that. Whole point is for me to work really hard during that time. I feel weird if I'm helping Ella out. My buddy will be probably helping Ella at the con for most of the days there. I'll probably be there on the Friday and maybe the Sunday, but I probably won't be there on Saturday with her. But one of our friends is gonna help her out, and then also that friend's younger sister has been helping Ella like do some stuff with her dice beforehand, which is pretty cool. She's very cool. Pretty decent. Alright, I kind of like him, actually. I kind of like our knight. He's chill, dude. He's just chilling. Alright, let's see. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Got a little bit extra in there. Should have made it sinewy. My bad. Okay, we'll repair that, repair that. Repair that. I think we're good. During my setathon, I'm just gonna paint anime fan art the entire fucking time. Nothing but. Final Fantasy XIV Mikote fan art. Future, the present, the past, walk into a bar. Things got a little tense. Okay. Why did I read that? God, I knew better. I knew better. Why did I... Why? Warmer shadows and cooler light on him, I think. I'll make like this like awkward looking kind of fleshy color. First in the sinew, or maybe just make it like this cool blue, like sort of cold skin, like rotted into the metal look. Both are good. This is just what I want, you know? I'm gonna make it terribly reflective, obviously, because kind of doesn't get to be. Or else it's just gonna be a dull object with the light and shadow and not much reflection. Use some sort of like brighter colors in there as if it's like old heraldry. It got kind of rotted out. Time to then learn Python and build a complete spreadsheet info for tracking your subathon. You don't need to build anything for it. I'm just going to probably... Wait, tracking what? I'll just use whatever Streamlabs has. You don't have to worry about it. The sword... is it part of the creature simply holding it? Is it both states? Good. Good. Needs to have some sinew, Ashy. Sinew is the most important part of these abyssal monstrosities. I'm gonna say sinew probably 33 more times before I'm done this, maybe? Nobody count, please. Actually, we're gonna make a background here as well. Where do we have some ink brushes or some shit? Inks. Not very inky. Charcoals? Ooh, there we go. We need to move our other designs over here. Tentacle Wings gets to go somewhere else. Ooh, that was weird. I need to I have a bit of reflection coming off my tablet. I need to check in with the colors on on my Streamlabs. Pretty good. Really gotta repair a lot of these edges. Such as selection with a rough brush like that. Doable, it's just you need to repair a lot of the selection. It really sucks. Wait. Why is your Supercell brush broken? There we go. There we go. We fixed it. Okay. Super quick and rough color job. Let's go. Have the armor kind of bleed into this, brown or whatever. Looks like it's kind of taking over the armor as well. Especially through the spikes. Need more of the brown in here, I think, actually. Kind of bone color. That's good. I feel like the like kind of washed out, desaturated colors are really what's gonna make or break these designs. Armor's definitely too light though. Too light and too warm. I tried to do the warm thing, but I think screw it. Go cold. It's kind of hard to blend the bone into the armor though. When does it need to be like the material changes almost from metal to like dull bone? Maybe the sword was the true creature all along. Oh shit! Tracking everything. Tracking what, Blaze? Like what needs to be tracked on a subathon? You just track if you're still alive or not. You know. Am I still alive? Y/N? What if we did like really difficult lighting on it? Just went super washed out. Most of this is coming from the... Be really bold. I don't think that would work, but I'm just trying it because it's fun. Half of the new process is just trying it out because it's fun, so... It's kind of creepy, though. It's somehow worse. Like, more creepy. Alright, I won't do any super impressive lighting like that. We'll just do something very, like, washed out and dead. A couple of, like, really strong edge highlights to... If it's, like, strong lights coming from behind in some ways, you know? Still some reflection to it. And we can choose how shiny our bone, whatever pieces are or not. Dark shadow help with strong light. It would. The way I'm doing this is I'm gonna go over it with sort of another like color to darken it. Almost like a warm color. I'm gonna try something different here. So, kind of need to work like out of sync from where you'd think we should work, I guess, a little bit. But this is also a really quick sketch, so I can't go super deep on it. So we'll try it, see if it works out. Great. If not, I'll just paint it in darker. Got a lot of this like dark light from the hatching as well, which is like kind of making it hard. Tiny studio for the dice? Wait, what? Like for the photographs of it? No idea. You draw characters based on how their voice sounds when you meme them. You drew your Dorito Gremlin voice and draw it based on the purely off of that. Are there a lot of those? Yo, Color Spin, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Thank you. Good to have you. Are there a lot of those examples, Ashy? Because I'm concerned now. I'm like slightly worried. There's a whole cast of just my personalities that I didn't even know about. Okay, I'm gonna try something here real quick here. Try multiplying a lighter color, or lighter, like a warmer color in here for some of the shadows. Without it getting too dark? That's a bit dark. Align with black and see how that works. It's kind of cool. Not really what I wanted or expected, but it's kind of cool nonetheless. Yeah, it gets too dark. Hold up. Change the color to be slightly lighter on the bone patches. That's kind of cool. Again, not what I expected, but cool. I'm intrigued. I'm enjoying the process. Dude, Smoked Side's making tacos, man. I can smell it. Holy shit. Anarius, give me strength. It's too dark at that point. Like, unsettling how upright he is. You think there's like a large story to be like lumbering more. He's just chilling, man. I'm enjoying this dude. Put a little bit of gold into the armor. That trim in there finally. Once was regal and glorious. Now fallen. all his dice? Where? Where'd? Oh shit, you're like actually making a little photo studio for it. God damn. That's like... Ooh, the colors. You showed off the colors, dude. Dude. Yo, these are great photos. What the fuck? You have the art? Damn. That's a good Blackwood dice photo, man. I don't know what your intent was. But if you wanted to make product photos, that's good shit, man. That's an Elable one. That's an Elable one hammer. That's that's legit, dude. I enjoy that. Oh, show them off on Ella's collection. I don't know who owns those sets of Ella Blackwood dice. Probably Cobalt, but we're building collections, man. It's kind of crazy. Stretch, yeah. I've been feeling like sore recently drawing. It's like really bad since I started going to the gym more. For some reason my arms are just killing me like every time I sit down to draw. Like I tried to draw on the weekend for like do like a 8-hour stint or whatever, and I just couldn't. I couldn't draw for 8 hours solid. You get about 4 hours before they started getting really sore. Yesterday I got a stream and I was just like dead. I was trying to work when I was talking to the mods. We had our mod meeting. Our monthly mod meeting. And I was trying to draw at the same time, and I was just so sore that I had to sit there for like a half hour. You know? This sort of guy who backstabs you from blind corner, runs away, gets his friends while you're down. I'd assume that he's the kind of guy that walks really slowly until he just runs up to you and attacks you. You know? It seems like a shambling zombie you don't have to worry about in the distance. And then all of a sudden he like scuttles over real fast, stabs you, runs away. Yeah, I dig it. Why is there people happy emote still Christmas people? At this point, since it's June, do we have to leave Christmas people up for year round? Just leave them in till next Christmas? I'm kind of feeling that, honestly. Cool. I feel better. Man, I don't know. I feel like I'm pushing my arms though, right? I feel like I need to like give them a rest, but I give them like my arms a full day rest. Look at my left arm. My arm's not as bad, but it's still bad. Right in that muscle that I always have problems with. That has to do with like moving your wrist up and down. A lot of artists have problems with it right there. I need to like take a day or two off, but I don't know what I could do on stream if I don't paint. Just play Diablo tomorrow on stream. Just go live on TDC at 10 a.m. Just play Diablo for 4 fucking hours, bro. Let's go! You talk about your project for Eldar Academy. I think you mentioned something about a dragon. Yeah, I'm going to play I'm playing a dragon. I'm gonna be doing something like draconic or like something I can use for my opening screen. Maybe make a cool print of it. Camper's Christmas soon in Quebec. What is Camper's Christmas? We'll switch to the normal one when it's Christmas. You can't. No, dude. This is blasphemy. Sacrilege, as an Arius would say. There's like a couple things you're not supposed to mess with as an artist. You're not supposed to mess with your wrist. You're not supposed to mess with your eyes. You know, when you feel like you don't, like your wrist or eyes or back are starting to hurt, that's when you're supposed to like take a break, you know? Maybe I'll just play Diablo tomorrow. Not on a Thursday. Thursday's my biggest stream of every week, I think. I don't know. So I'm told. That could be fun, though. Can break down D4 lore for us. I don't know if anyone wants to know anything about D4 lore. Well, in the beginning, there was Anu. And Anu ripped from his body the light and the dark, forming the dark dragon Tiamat. I don't remember what it was called. And from Tiamat emerged the prime evils, the aspects of terror, destruction, and hatred. It's Christmas, but in summer and on campsites. It's huge on the border of Quebec and old people in Quebec. What? Wait. Quebec camp. Jesus Christ. Campers Christmas. Campers Christmas is back with the splash. This is actually a thing? What the fuck is wrong with you guys over there? What? You just celebrate Christmas but while camping in the middle of the summer? Noel du Camper? Alright, I'll search it. What? This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. I'm going camping this week with Ella. This weekend with her for a night if the weather is good. If the weather's good, we're probably gonna go out to somewhere in the mountains, maybe into BC, and take Una for her first camping trip. Any reason to eat good food and camping is fun. Yeah, I'm a little worried though, because like it's beautiful out today. We could leave today and be good, but this weekend, I don't know. It's supposed to rain where we're looking at, so we might not go. We might have to stay at home. Ella and I have never been camping together. Last time I went camping, I was probably 12. You know, with my dad and my bros. I haven't been in a long time, but we got it set up, dude. We bought all the supplies. We got all of our, because we were already buying so many things for hiking and stuff. And we're like, ah, fuck it, let's just buy a tent and some other shit. And then like, you know, it was all on sale at Cabela's or Bass Pro Shops or whatever. How hard to Stormlight Archives are you? It's been hard for me, honestly, Zelia, because the guy who narrates, I realized I listened to it for like maybe 45 minutes and didn't like just connect anything the dude said, and I had like actually had to go fucking read it. So unfortunately, I think that I'll have to actually read Stormlight instead of listening to the audiobook, because the audiobook for Stormlight is let me just show you what we're dealing with here. What's the first book called? Something of Way of Kings or some shit? Way of Kings, yeah. So let me show you what I'm dealing with. Let me show you what I'm dealing with.
Here. Oddly, only one of the others was waiting for him. Yezrian. Had the other 8 all died? It was possible. The battle had been so furious this time, one of the worst. The enemy was growing increasingly tenacious. But no. Kalak frowned as he stepped up to the base of the spire. 7 magnificent swords stood proudly here, driven point first into the stone ground. Each was a masterly work of art, flowing in design, inscribed with glyphs and patterns. He recognized each one. If their masters had died, the blades would have vanished.
Sleep. Jesus, I actually almost
These
fell asleep.
blades were
Holy
weapons of
shit.
power
I can't
beyond
do it,
even
man.
shard blades.
I can't fucking do it.
These were unique.
Look.
Precious. Yezrian stood outside the
Dude.
ring of...
Dude, I'm fucking, I can't. This guy's too, he's too, oh boy. He's too, dude, he's too subdued for me. I feel like it's a little difficult to, yeah. I'm just having a bit of a difficult time with this one. So, I don't hate the voice either, Guapo. I'm just, it's very relaxing. It's very tiring. And I'm having a hard time, like focusing on or like it's having a hard time keeping my attention, you know? So, listened to it for a while, had to re-listen to it like once, and I might have to reread it. Or like actually read it. So I don't know if I'll be able to listen to this book. I just finished another audiobook. So I gotta like I don't know, I need a new audiobook for the gym. I'll narrate for you, Evan. Add a little razzle dazzle on every now and then. All right, we're gonna do story time with Guapo. He's gonna go into Discord and he's just gonna read us all a story before bed. You know, we'll just What have you been listening to, Dashto? I've been listening to shit at audiobooks and podcasts at the gym. I just listened to a Lex Friedman podcast at the gym this morning, but I don't listen to music at the gym. Is that weird? I just listen to, I don't know. Just listen to audiobooks and shit. They're great if you have a mindless task you can do while being engrossed in something else. Literally saved me during my past commutes to work. Yeah, that would be sick. If I had audiobooks during my commutes to art school, that would have made, because my commutes to art school were brutal, especially in the winter. They were sometimes like an hour and a half long, and it was awful. There's nothing more soul-sucking than going someplace you don't want to be to just be stressed out for 8 hours, to then get in your stupid car and get onto the fucking streets of your city and have to sit in traffic with everyone else who's stressed out. Because like people's worst qualities come out in traffic. You know, people are like cutting each other off and trying to like schmaz and whatever. It's just the worst. Like, I feel like I'm so much happier not driving in traffic anymore. People, it's just not because like it makes me that upset necessarily, but people are just so miserable and unhappy that it's just like being around that much misery is so depressing. But if I had audiobooks during that time, dude, you can just chill in your car and whatever's happening outside, you don't even care about. You just like listen to an audiobook, listen to some like fucking old British woman dramatically saying fantasy shit like at the start of a game trailer. You know? That'd be sick. Wait, you have 3 sets now, Steel? Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, this one's sick, dude. And they're all fucking sick. I don't know how Ella did this effect in here, but it looks cool. Sick. Okay. Fuck it. My arm's like fucking killing me now, so I don't want to push it anymore. I don't want to push it and not be able to stream tomorrow. I might. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Tomorrow.
Kaladin, which isn't even a great name, TBH, tiredly pulls the bridge to the battlefield. It do be rough sometimes, fam.
I would listen to you narrating an audiobook to me through Brian on TTS. Maybe we'll change up TTS sometime. We'll just like switch up TTS to add a little bit of spice into it as well. All right, here's the plan. Going forward to tomorrow, I will see how my arm's feeling, and dude, I am like in severe pain on my arm right now. I will see if it's feeling better tomorrow, then we'll just stream as normal, and if it isn't feeling better tomorrow, we'll play Diablo on TDC. So if you guys want a cozy game stream, which I very, very, very rarely ever do, we'll just do that tomorrow on TDC if my arm's not feeling better. But I'm not fucking with this. Like, this is today during stream, this crossed the threshold of like this kind of hurts to like, fuck, I gotta worry about this. So yeah, we'll call it today. We'll chill, we'll relax, and we almost finished our dude. We didn't quite finish him, but that's fine. So anyway, I will catch you all tomorrow, hopefully, for either a regular stream or on here or a Diablo stream on TDC. That'd be kind of fun too, which I haven't done during the week in a while, like a long while. I've done during regular stream hours in a long time. Maybe Ella will play with me. Who knows? Maybe Blaze will pretend to be working and play with me. I don't know. You don't know. Waffle probably won't play with me because he doesn't want to. So, thank you guys for hanging out today. Thank you for the inspiration, the ideas. I appreciate you. Thanks for helping me farm the Twitch drama. We'll farm it tomorrow if there's any updates. And until next time, my friends, farewell.
stand by.